Hello and welcome. You're only as good as people's perception of you and your ability to communicate to people this perception. You will never be able to prove to people how good you truly are if you can't communicate to them and change their perception of you. Let's say this is you. You have this 10 out of 10 skill and you're really talented, okay? And this other circle, the big circle around you, is the communication to people. It's the perception of you. But your ability to communicate this 10 out of 10 skill is what makes this other barrier. If your communication is bad and people perceive you as, let's say, 2 out of 10 at that skill, but in your core, like you're 10 out of 10 at this skill, you're very talented, but you'll never get as far as 2 out of 10 because you cannot communicate to people how good you are. And this is something that's very important. It's a lot of, let's say you have an interview, a lot of people, they lose their job because, or don't get the job because they can't communicate, they can't tell the story better than the other person. If the other person tells the story better, they have this perception that they build and give to the, let's say, manager or the person that does the interview, and they win them over, even though if their skill level is at a zero, but their way to communicate to people is at a 10 out of 10. So they make this perception of themselves, and people see them as, let's say, talent and skill. This ability to communicate will get you ahead of people than actually being good at the skill. It's sad to say, but it's just the way it is. If people like you, if you can communicate, if they perceive you as very talented and good, you will get more possibilities and you'll get closer to people and you will thrive, and both in friendships and in opportunities, because you can communicate. And even though let's say you're very, very good at one skill, people will never know that if you can't communicate it. And it doesn't have to be by words. You can show them by action too. But it's way harder because they need to be able to hear you out first. So it's just like looks for a girl. Let's say you're going after a girl and let's say she's a 2 out of 10, but her personality is 10 out of 10. You will never approach her from the beginning because she's a 2 out of 10. But once you get to know her, you will love her because she had 10 out of 10 in personality. But you'll never know that because you'll never approach her. So you need to fix your communication skills. That's the number one goal you need to have. You need to fix that and your skill level and just upgrade your life at all levels and you will be set for life. I mean, it's a bit hard to do, just upgrade everything, but start with communication because you can get in any room and get to know any person if you can communicate to them. And if they like you, they will give you that chance, even if you're not talented, because you bring a skill that not a lot of people have, which is communication. You can do presentations, you can be friends with anyone. And once you're friends with anyone, they like you. And if they like you, they want to do business with you. You get the memo. Train your communication skills.